Hi everyone. Well, this is Charles here. Now, why I'm doing this at this point in time, I have absolutely no idea. Absolutely none at all. My last name is DeVita, D-I capital V-I-T-A, and I'm an old Italian man, with black circles under my eyes, which is pretty typical of old Italian men. Why I'm doing this, I have absolutely no idea. I never thought I would ever do this. I'm not a photogenic person, um, although most people are not really photogenic in the in the sense that they would be comfortable with being in front of a camera. But for some reason, at this point in time, um, I would say that the Holy Spirit is moving me to do this for some reason. I have absolutely no idea why. Um, all right, so this is like the third time I've been trying to do this because first I was trying to make a voice recording to go along with the video. But apparently that isn't necessary because you guys bought me a really good computer. So, so what exactly is going on? Well, the first thing is that I want to address, and perhaps the last thing I want to address, is the fact that I never thought I would ever do this because, look, I have a few teeth on the bottom, but other than that, I've lost. How many have I got? One, two, three. I have four teeth on the bottom. So they say, well, how can you ever, really chew food? And I really don't have a problem with that, except, you can't chew nuts or something, but, and then um, some things you really want to stay away from because your gums get sore. But for the most part, I can eat. So um, it's been like 20 years. It's 20 years ago. After being in the world for 40 years, I mean, I was baptized a Catholic. I was confirmed as a Catholic. But none of that meant anything, and I became very worldly and committed a lot of mortal sins, really a lot. And so when I was like 53, excuse me, when I was 53, I really got to the bottom of the barrel, and this crisis brought about me reaching out to God. I mean, I can remember exactly what happened. I finally said, God, please help me. And he did immediately. Immediately he helped me in a very dramatic sort of way. And, that whole story is for another video if I get moved by the Holy Spirit to do that. Um, but so at the time I had maybe $20,000 in the bank. Which isn't a lot of money, but I mean, it's not what you're going to retire on, but it was something. And I earned a good living. I earned a good living. I had a good skill, and shortly after I asked God to help me, He said to me, give away your money. Give away your money to the poor. And so, boy, in those days, I was so full of the Holy Spirit. It was really, really amazing. As I think back on it, you know, I mean, the physical feeling of the rush of the Holy Spirit inside of me was just really amazing. And so, you know, at that time, I was thinking about, you know, I really need. That's when I had like a lot more teeth, but they were getting bad, and they really needed to be taken care of. Um, you know, as one would think, you know, with a secular kind of mind, um, but God said no. You know, it's basically, I don't care what you look like. You know, I created you. I love you. Um, and this is what I want you to do. So as I look back on, you know, on these, you know, back to 20 years ago, I see that that's really what the fact that I cooperated with God really catapulted me into my journey. And, you know, I mean, I could sit here and talk for hours about my journey, but that's not why I'm making this video. I really still don't have any. Boy, look at my eyes. Well, this is very typical of an old Italian man where they get this darkness underneath their eyes. Yeah, definitely not photogenic. Okay, so we'll continue. All right, so I don't even know where I was at here, you know. So this catapulted me into my journey with God, which ended up here. And I never thought I would ever do this, you know, simply because I didn't want people, you know, not so much by the way I look. I mean, I'm just an ordinary looking old Italian man, you know, but the fact that I didn't have any teeth, except for the four on the bottom, the fact that I don't have any teeth would really, you know, make some kind of, you know, I thought, geez, I could never do that. But for some reason now I'm doing that. So I just want to say hi. Hello to all of you. And if any of you want to make a video of yourself and talk about yourself a little bit, I'd be more than happy to post it on the channel. You know, so, you know, instead of, you know, we talk in the comments, but you know, it's another step to move on and to actually see each other on video. So you might be wondering like where I'm talking from. Well, that's the bedroom door. And see, I basically live in the bedroom. The my living room, which is on the other side of that door, is totally empty. I'm hoping someday to use it for some kind of function. But anyway, so I live in this bedroom. I live here. I pray here. I sleep here. You know, I eat here. Here. You know, I eat here. Of course, you got to cook in the kitchen, which is, you know, right off the living room. And there's the bathroom, obviously. You know, but this is a small room. And I actually feel very comfortable here, you know. My life has changed zero since the virus thing here. So, really comfortable. You know, people in the building are walking around with masks, you know, and like if you get too close to them, they move away. There's no supernatural faith here. Well, I hope to be able to help. Well, I've tried to help some people in the building, you know, but it's not the kind of thing. Evangelization is something that never seems to pay off in the moment. You know, it's not like, oh boy, I'm going to turn my life to God. You know, but still coughing. Excuse me. So, if any of you want to make a video of yourselves, I'd be happy to put it up on the internet. So I'm like breaking the ice here. And I think that's probably about all I want to say. Although I could talk for a long time, but, about myself, I mean, who wants to hear about me? We all have a story, we all have a story. Those of us that have been cradle Catholics and have been good Catholics, that have been on the right path all their lives, I really envy you. Because I developed in those, 40 years, I got so far off the path. It's not that easy to get back on it, and it's really not. And to do violence to your sin is like a very difficult thing to do. A very difficult thing to do. To really destroy it. To really dig up roots that are, 40 years old and 50 years old. Because I found out I still have the same sins that I've had back then. Which is really disheartening. And I mean, I'm tired. I'm really tired. And I keep on telling the Lord, I'm tired, get me out of here. But now he's got me making this thing here. Go figure. Just go figure. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. Okay, bye.